Hello and welcome to today's video as we cover the roster moves that have taken place over the last month or so since the end of the regular season and playoffs for the 5 regions that could qualify for Worlds. Quite a few teams made moves though, about 8 of them. I've got 2 boards going. So first we'll do EDG. On is replacing Assume. So Assume had a 2.6 KDA and a 66 KP, 9.1 CS per minute for EDG alongside Wink this past winter. EDG is a roster that seems middle of the road that could do pretty decently. I know statistically they ranked 5th going into the season, and I knew that was definitely higher than they would end up, but they also are a team that, the players in and of themselves, Zhao Hao, Angel, Asum, and Wink, were all solid. ZDZ, but on joining the team, he's formerly played with Wink with IG, so there is history there. 1.51 ROI for Assume, 3.1 share differential, 3 vision score per ward placed, down 298 gold at 15 minutes. So, behind in the laning phase, 6 champions played in 10 games. It is unfortunate that teams are making roster changes after just 10 games. I know a lot of fans want roster changes, this, that, and the third, but I think it's absolutely fucking foolish to want a roster change after such a short period of time, especially with a roster like, EDG's, for example. Asum joins the team, and he's playing with new teammates, and in 10 games he's canned. On had a 3.7 KDA and a 78 KP with IG last season. 80% kill participation. Very involved. A lot of things went through him. Hell, the majority. One of the highest kill participations you're going to find in all of Lol Esports Tier 1 last season. 8.8 CS per minute, 1.62 ROI, and a 5.4 share differential. So a little bit more carry threat out of On. 2.84 vision score per ward placed, up 195 gold at 15 minutes. 17 champions played in 85 games. Red Canids. So Grabthar was benched for Mago. Mago has not played since 2011 in Academy. Apparently they have played on stream quite a bit and in solo queue. So that's the move. That's the direction Red wanted to go. They didn't want to get an import. Definitely a questionable decision. Grafthar was not good, though. He did need to be replaced. 2.9 KDA, 66 KP, 7.2 CS per minute. His farm was very low because he played like Scion mid and stuff like that. Not great. Not what you want out of a mid laner. However, Red allowed F&B to really, take control in the top lane. So we're going to see if Mago can, still allow F&B to be as dominant as he was during the regular season. 1.82 ROI, 1.7 share differential. There's a hell of a high ROI on Grafthar because he didn't have any gold. So he dealt damage because he didn't have gold. So it made a good ROI, but the share differential, 1.7%, indicates his true impact for the team. 2.27 vision score per ward placed, down 440 gold at 15 minutes. 5 champions played in 8 games. Pain Gaming, Jinkado is retired. Being replaced by supposedly Roamer. I really don't like getting into rumors, but a couple people have told me that Roamer was going to be the replacement. Jinkado had a 3.1 KDA, 71 KP, 8.1 CS per minute. Coming off of that Worlds appearance, all of a sudden retires. Definitely puzzling. 1.63 ROI, 2.4% share differential. He could have dealt more damage. 8 CS per minute is very low, and therefore his ROI is a little inflated, but the share differential tells us the story, similar to Grevthar. But at the same time, Roamer's probably an upgrade. I don't know. The guy just went to Worlds. It's definitely puzzling that he just retired. 2.59 vision efficiency, down only 45 gold in the laning phase. 3 solo kills, 8 champions, 12 games. Roamer, last year in 2014, North America Challengers with Team Liquid Academy. He did play with Hanwha Life Academy prior to last season. Had a 3.3 KDA, 70 KP, 8.9 CS per minute. Not a big resource hog. That's why the CS is so low. 1.86 ROI, 6.5 share differential, 2.91 vision efficiency, up 430 gold on average in NACL. I expect that to be similar in Brazil, probably a little lower, but positive nonetheless. 32 solo kills in 18 champions played in 62 games. That's a lot of solo kills. There's a lot of aggression out of this player to find opportunities. Shopify Rebellion, Zazel is out as Seos is going to be the guy. Zazel had a 1.7 KDA and a 65 KP with Shopify this past winter. 0.61 ROI, very traditional support. 1.86 vision efficiency, down 200 gold at 15 minutes, 6 champions played in 7 games. SK and Giant X make a couple moves kind of in unison. So SK allowed Isma to leave. And Giant X decided to pick Isma up as closer took a step back from the game. So SK replaced Isma with Bukata. Bukata played with KC Blue in winter. It's definitely a decision. It's a weird one for SK to make. SK, in my opinion, I know Isma wasn't great, but SK have a lot of problems, and Jungle was not the one at the top of my list. So, 5 KDA, 69 KP, 6 CS per minute for KC Blue. Obviously, a team fighting all over the place because KC Blue has a very strong AD carry in Exa, mid laner and slow queue, so that's going to happen. 1.19 ROI, negative 3.4 share differential, very efficient with vision, over 5 vision score per ward placed. On average, up 126 gold at 15 minutes. 2 solo kills, 10 champions played in 18 games. Do I think he's an upgrade over Isma? I don't know. But like I said, it's going to be hard to really tell because SK are not very good. So it's not a good situation. Isma leaves SK, and he was very involved in the successes they did have. Of course, giving him carry-oriented champions and him not being able to do anything with it. How much is that his fault versus the coaching staff? You know, a lot of people just blame the player. I think that's kind of lazy. 1.8 KDA, 91 KP, 6.2 CS per minute. I mean, 91% kill participation kind of speaks for itself. Nobody else was able to find opportunities outside of what Isma was creating for SK. 1.08 vision efficiency, negative 2 share differential. That shows it too, right? His ROI is not very great, but the share differential shows just how little damage everyone else was dealing. 4.25 vision efficiency, very inefficient in that department. Had a solo kill, 5 champions, 9 games. Closer for Giant X. I mean, I guess Giant X could have made a change somewhere, and Jungle makes the most sense based on the roster. You want to give a lot more time, but at the same time, like I said at the beginning of this video, making changes is kind of weird. You know, I do believe Closer did take a mental health break. Hopefully that was why he did it and not because, you know, he was being benched. 3.7 KDA, 71 KP, 5.6 CS per minute more. Facilitator, Closer, usually one of the lower CS per minutes in, you know, a split the last couple of years here. So that's kind of the deal. That is what he is. He's going to kind of make things happen, if anything at all. 1.1 ROI, negative 3.7 share differential. Was efficient with vision, 5.47. So Isma is going to have to figure that out. Down 200 gold at 15 minutes, though. 8 champions, 16 games. Chief Esports Club, Lima is gone. Lima has retired. So I don't know who's going to be Chief's AD carry. From what I see, it's got to be a PCS. Well, no, actually, I guess a PCS player. Yeah, somebody that's in LCP or Asia Pacific residency, based on the roster. Because Jungle support are Korean imports, and then BioPanther and Jimian. BioPanther is the OST player, so need to do something. Or Lima was a OST player and Jimian was the LCP player. Something's going to have to happen. We'll see what AD carry they pick up. He had a 1.9 KDA and a 60 KP with the team. Not very involved in what the team was doing. Only 8.5 CS per minute. His ROI was much lower than it was last season. 1.64, 5.6 share differential. Last season it was insane how good his numbers were, dominating Oceania. 2.82 vision efficiency. Down 764 gold on average. That's a big telltale sign of the struggles Chief were having. 8 champions in 15 games, so we'll see what they do. And now on to the rest of the video. Okay, so I made this board yesterday. So it was ready for when I had an opportunity to film today. And these teams hadn't made their moves yet. So Team Wii, Tian Shen is out. So we knew Monkey had joined the team mid-split. Tian Shen is done. A Rengar OTP. Only 6 games, lost every one of them, struggled, 1.3 KDA, 80 KP, 6 CS per minute, 102 ROI, negative 4.4 share differential, only a 3.36 vision, score per ward placed. That is awful for a jungler. Was getting gapped, down 645 gold at 15 minutes, 5 champions in 6 games. Lastly, we have Loud. So Loud made some changes. Wiz retired, Winsome out, Ioshi out. So Wiz returning to play this split, not a great showing. We'll see what they do to replace these 2 Korean players. I've seen rumors that they're going to bring back a couple Brazilian players. I don't know how that's going to go for them. You got to think sometimes why players are not on a team to begin with. 3.4 KDA, 70 KP, 5.9 CS per minute. Very standard numbers, very average out of Wiz. 1.19 ROI, negative 3.7 share differential. Typical 5.7. 5.5 vision efficiency. Did find opportunities to get good warding spots. He is a experienced player. Down only 46 gold at 15 minutes. Played 8 champions of 12 games. Winsome alongside Root. Winsome's kicked around since he's debuted with Cloud9, played with FlyQuest, played in, did he play in the LPL? I know he played with Unicorns of Love and in the ERLs a bit. 3.1 KDA, 76 KP, so was more involved. So he's more involved than Wiz was. So Winsome more, integral to what Loud had going on than the jungler. 0.59 damage divided by gold, very traditional support. Winsome is not a guy that was going to, pop you in the mouth. That wasn't going to happen. 1.99 vision efficiency, so decent in the vision area. Down 130 gold, 8 champions, 12 games. Ioshi is out as the coach. 56 and 83 over his career as a head coach in, domestic regions. And then in the playoffs, he's 10 and 12. So, big changes after just one split. We'll see what happens. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, like it. Subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, become a YouTube supporter, and hope to see you again tomorrow.